So I would like to discuss the last recording, which did not have the sound. So what exactly we were doing is to log into the uh, Azure DevOps URL. So probably you don't have uh, MSTN account. So you can use your Gmail ID, or you can create a different ID in the MSTN account. So I used my yeah, Gmail ID as my MSTN user ID and create an account with the Microsoft with Microsoft. Okay, so I use the same MSTN user ID to create the Azure DevOps organization. uh, that's what we were doing on the last session. Basically, we create a new user ID, the MSTN, using my Gmail ID, same as the MSTN user ID, as well as I once again came and log into my account with using my uh, created user ID. Okay, that was the last recorded session. So once I logged in, I go and create a organization. Okay, it allows so I created a organization name called Fredrickson Azure DevOps World. I'm the owner. Okay, so I can create a number of organization uh, in the inside same Azure DevOps portal. The drawback drawback of creating different organization, so your projects or teams become orphan. They cannot see what's going on to the other organization, other projects or teams. If in future, if you want to create a report and want to combine each other, the teams and project, it is too difficult when you create uh, different organization using the create new organization. Okay, so always create one organization and try to create a project if it is going to be a same project, and within the organization it is going to be running different projects. Then you can create as a different teams into the same project, so they can create a user story to assign to a different project. So inside the Azure DevOps portal, we portray as a team. Then you can link the user story of the other projects within the same, or when you create it within the same organization. So here I'm not going to create a new organization again. If you want, you can go and create so another organization. Okay, so what I'm going to do that here. So once you go to the your organization, so you can create a project. So I'm going to say project one, my project one, and I'm going to make it as a private. So I'm going to what what is my project need to follow. So by default is the basic is selected. So I move to Agile, and I'm going to use my Git repository, which is in the cloud, and I'm going to create a project. Unfortunately, okay, so the project is created. So if I go to the project, I can check so which process we are following in our organization. So are we going to uh, follow the agile process, or scrum, or basics? So so uh, so that it's varies from different teams to uh, teams or different projects in the same organization. So it varies between different organizations. So how what we see that is, I'm going to, this is Azure DevOps. I'm going into the organization settings and see the process. Okay, so Let me see the process. What is which is my project is following. Okay, it is Agile basic. So if I go see that what are the projects are there. So I'm following the Agile process. But if you decide to move in a different process, so always you have the option to move to a different process. Scrum. Okay, so you can save it. So it moved to the different process of your project. So see here, I'm in the projects. So this is the project one. Say let's see, go to the process and check. If I go and go to the organization settings and go to the process, obviously you can see that your project one falls under Scrum because I moved from Agile to the project. So this is how you can uh, um, set the create a project and and set the process to execute your projects. As I said earlier, so same way you can create multiple projects. Uh, if this is are a different business unit in your organization, obviously don't go for with the different organization as you can use the same DevOps organization and use the different projects. Okay, in order to have the separate to follow the process as well as the hide the information from business unit to your project too. So that's how we can differentiate different projects. So in my experience, if you say multiple projects which is running in this organization but are interrelated one another, there is a dependency, don't go and create different projects. So create create uh, teams inside the same project. So so a little bit we go with the project settings. You can see the number of teams uh, which is created in the your project, and you can see the permissions of what are these are the default permissions, and you can go and check the user and what is part of what are these uh, permission groups that you can go and check for the user. So notifications, how you want to set the notifications on the Azure DevOps when you pull the request and push the request, or so whenever you want to send a notification your Outlook, your official email ID, you can always configure the settings here. So these are the dashboards, so you can create a dashboards, edit dashboards. Those things can be enabled in the project configuration. So I will cover in the next meeting, next session. So here is the team configurations. Uh, it is all about how to set your team configuration, and if you have the GitHub, you connect with your GitHub account. But I won't recommend when you are working in the enterprise application, the organization, don't connect the GitHub. GitHub is a kind of a public repository. Always use the Microsoft provided Git repository. So these are the agent pools which Microsoft giving a default agent pool for you. If you want, you can create a self-hosted agents. Those things will be discussed in different meetings. So in order to execute the parallel jobs, you definitely use multiple agents. So let's go with the rest of the, let's see, uh, the settings. So how long you want to keep the certificates once the build is run. So days to keep your pull request runs, how many, what are the pull requests which is run, so how many days you want to uh, want it, and number of recent runs to retain per pipeline. So if you want to, if you execute one pipeline, what are the number of recent run on the particular pipeline, that you can configure here. Okay, so those days and time length you can configure here. So test managements. So we will discuss the test managements. Service connection is nothing but you, in order to deploy your project, say example a .NET or Java code, where it has to be deployed into the app services or VM into Azure. Definitely you need a connection. This is called service connection. So in order to establish a connection with Azure and deploy your code to a app, so definitely we need a service connection. So I will discuss this topic in later point. This is where it's talk about the repositories where your different teams keeps source codes here, uh, and storage where you can keep the nuclear packages or required pre-record things you can store here. And it's all about test and retention. So we will so it's again it's talking about how long uh, to keep your automated tested or manual tested to retain in order to go see that history. Okay, so we will deep dive into a different session. So this video talks about how to create organization or number of organizations, or how you can create a new project, or how many projects can be created, and as well as the setting the a process. So as we discussed, you can go create and multiple projects here. You go to your organization. So if we go to the, so you can create a new organization. So these are about how to create a new projects and organization. The organization which covers the centralized rules, centralized policies, and to manage the agents. So we can have the same agent for different projects or different projects. So basically it is kind of centralized organization of settings. And as well, if we go to the project, it's talk about the specific to the project settings. So thank you so much for listening this video. So we will cover the next subject in the other videos. Thank you so much.